Turning live. Buongiorno e benvenuto in ESG Italia. Welcome everyone to Entrepreneurship Sports Generation, ESG for short. This is the Italy National Finals. We are delighted to have you here with us and thank you for your time. We have a really exciting leg of the tournament planned for today, and we will shortly introduce to you what ESG is. But first of all, this definitely would not have been possible without our amazing partners, Marissa Faccio and Stefano Petti. So a huge shout out to them. Stefano Petti is a partner at Astris, a global organizational development firm, and is a co-founder of Aquisi, a revolutionary hierarchy-free organizational design. He is also a founding member of the global movement Values 20. In 2021, he covered the V20 co-chair role under the Italian presidency of the G20. He also co-authored the book, Aquisi, the New Human-Centered Organizational Design to Thrive in a Complex World, with Giovanna D'Alessio. Welcome, Stefano. It's wonderful to have you. And with us, we also have Marissa. Marissa is an executive coach who supports leaders who are working to make transformational change a reality. For over 10 years, Marissa was a founding partner of Accompli, that delivers skilled execution support to leaders of organizations driving large-scale change. Marissa is a catalyst of Vocazione, an Italian initiative born to give voice to citizens' aspirations for a better country. As a founding member of the global movement Values 20, both Marissa and Stefano are founding members of Values 20. And were also the V20 chair during the Italian presidency in 2021. Stefano and Marissa aim to help restore people's courage to open up their belief and trust in the future, and to support the G20 leaders and wider world to develop policies with values at their core while building new momentum for global action. It's wonderful to have you, Stefano and Marissa. Over to you, please.
Thank you, Yoshodana, and I loved your Italian accent at the beginning.
Grazie.
So good morning, all. It's such a pleasure to be here for the second year of partnership with ESG, actually. As you were saying, Yoshodana, last year, under the Italian presidency of the G20, I had the honor to co-chair with Marisa the V20, the Values Movement. This year has been in Indonesia, and it will keep going on, and it will be in India next year. As you were saying, the objective of this movement, Values 20, is to support a group of 20 and beyond, hopefully, to tackle our world's most pressing challenges through a values-based approach. And our tagline last year was actually values in action. We wanted to demonstrate that values, actually, far from being this fuzzy concept, is a very concrete and powerful driver for actions and behaviors. So as V20 last year, we launched the very first Italian edition of the Entrepreneurship Sports Generation in partnership with you. Given that, in fact, it's really about supporting values-driven startups that through their business contribute to the Sustainable Development Goals as defined by the United Nations. So there were a lot of touch points and similarities. So for us, it was a great demonstration of what values in action can mean. This second year, we have further developed the Italian ESG ecosystem by partnering with new accelerators, startup hubs, incubators, academies, and we also connected with many startups that aim to make a difference. So I'm so excited to soon hear from those who were shortlisted and were invited to attend the Italian National Finals and hear them pitch their ideas and proposals as a contribution to create a more sustainable world. To these startups and all the others that applied but didn't make it to the finals goes my gratitude and admiration for linking your business ideas to a greater good. All the best then for this Italian National Final. And let me hand it over to you, Marisa, so that you can share more about your experience with ESG this year. Thank you.
Thank you, Stefano. So good morning, good afternoon, good evening to you all, wherever you are right now. And thank you for following us in this great championship among Italian innovative sustainable startups. My name is Marisa Faccio, and as Stefano said, I had the privilege to co-chair with him the activity of V20 last year when G20 was held in Italy. In this second year of collaboration for the Entrepreneurship Sports Generation competition, it was really great to get to know and to get in touch with so many different organizations, startups, and professionals that take the future of our world to heart and consider taking an active role in advancing the 17 Sustainable Development Goals as part of their personal and professional accountability. These goals were set by the UN General Assembly in 2015 to integrate economic, social, and environmental aspects of sustainable development. I'm really thrilled and incredibly proud that in a short while, not only in Italy, but worldwide, lots of people will be able to know 12 Italian startups, which are a real role model of what values in action means. I was so lucky to have been able to speak personally with most of the entrepreneurs who are about to present their startup. And let me tell you, they really embody the entrepreneurship sports generation's values, and they will play an important role in helping us build a community of ethical and purpose-driven leaders globally. My best wishes to these Italian startups. Considering their quality, I know that our 3 judges will have a very tough time to choose the 2 startups that will proceed to the next level, the confederation level, which for Italy is the European level. So, buona fortuna. Now, back to you, Giordana. We'd love to hear more about this great competition, and we love your Italian. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Marissa and Stefano. Over the next decade, we need to create over 1 billion new jobs and ensure we leave a better planet for the future generations, as highlighted by the 17 UN SDGs. We believe that entrepreneurial initiatives are the solution to these pressing issues. The ESG community is on a mission to help the entrepreneurs grow and become global enterprises, creating the better future all of us aspire for. ESG is a flagship initiative of the Global Education and Leadership Foundation, TGELF for short. At TGELF, we have been working over the past 2 decades to groom ethical and altruistic leaders globally. Through our entrepreneurship initiatives in the past 5 years, we have impacted more than 500,000 startups globally. For us at TGELF, supporting entrepreneurship and innovation has always been one of the core areas of operation. ESG reimagines entrepreneurship as sport through a uniquely designed year-long multi-level and tier competition consisting of city, national, and confederation events that concludes with an action-packed, highly produced, entirely virtual global finals. For ESG, we have put together a rewards basket for all participants globally. We express our gratitude to all our partners who have joined hands with us. We commit to collectively supporting all enterprises who have become part of the ESG movement in achieving global reach and scale. The reward bouquet will be available on our platform. You need to ensure you are registered on the platform to our entrepreneurs to avail the perks and rewards. And also kindly note that since it's a multi-layered competition with multiple stages, the rewards will be unlocked only after the global finals conclude. We are also very excited to share with you that working with Project Everyone, ESG is the official accelerator to the world's to-do list, an initiative launched during the 76th UN General Assembly in 2021, where many leading companies, including Unilever, Google, Reckitt, Diageo, have come together to support the UN SDGs. So let's begin the movement as we all come together to play for planet. Today, we are pleased to have 3 jury members who are experts in their fields, and it is my pleasure to introduce them. Emanuele Aconciamessa. Emanuele is the CEO at Focus Management and has over 14 years of experience. As the COO, my apologies, he's orientated to internal and external customers, keeping up stable relationships with opinion leaders and institutions. He is also curious to understand shopping and consumer behaviors in order to identify new ways to grow the business. Mr. Okonchia Messa is also an academic fellow at the Università Bocconi, a faculty member of the OCPS, and has previously remained an adjunct professor at the Università degli Studi di Milano. Welcome. It's an absolute pleasure to have you.
Thank you. It's really a pleasure.
We also have Hanan Al-Thawadi, who is a Bahrain-based business professional and has worked in the business field for the majority of her career. She has also been part of Lab 6 Labs previously, one of MENA's leading startup accelerators, and has a passion for all things business. It's wonderful to have you, Hanan Al-Thawadi.
Thank you very much. I'm not currently the head of international startups, so I'd like to say.
Okay, thank you. And we'd also like to welcome Monica Spinetti, ambassador at Startup Bootcamp. She's passionate about fashion, and Monica Spinetti's professional career developed in the luxury fashion sector. She has worked for many years in Versace, where she held various roles. After several years of activity in a corporate company, she currently works at a consultancy level, and at the moment, she collaborates with Twinset. Interested in issues of sustainability and innovation in fashion and beyond, she also collaborates on some startup projects that embrace these issues. In this regard, she also holds the role of mentor and ambassador for Startup Bootcamp Fashion Tech. Welcome. It's an absolute pleasure to have you.
Thank you. Thank you so much for having me. Thank you.
Thank you. So thank you so much to our wonderful jury of today. And now, before we proceed to our pitches, I would like to quickly remind everyone about our rules today. You will have 3 minutes to pitch and 3 minutes for the Q&A session with the jury. We will be giving you time when you have 1 minute left, 30 seconds left until your pitch time is over. And you will also be controlling your presentation for your convenience. Please keep yourself on mute when you're not speaking and keep your video on when presenting to ensure an interactive experience. We'd also quickly just check for the closed caption again, if we can have that. Tech team. Okay, wonderful. Great. So without further ado now, let us proceed to the pitches for today in Buca al Lupo Tutti. And now we will start with Volvero. Volvero, it's your time to pitch. If you're ready, we'd request you to please screen share. Marco, if you can please start sharing your screen.
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, we are just waiting for your screen share. Perfect. And your time for 3 minutes starts now.
Hello, everybody. It's Marco Filippi here, and I am the CEO and founder at Volvero. I assume you still recall this summer when you were traveling to your final touristic destination. You tried to rent a car in order to explore the area. But maybe you were also trying to move your stuff from your older house to your newer one, and you wanted to rent a van in order to have a vehicle in which you can fit your stuff and move it. So my question for you is, how was your last rental experience? And probably it wasn't great. There are a lot of friction with car rental services. You don't have clarity in terms and conditions. You don't have clarity about the prices. And also there are a lot of hassles that are related to the user experience. For this reason, we created Volvero. Volvero is indeed an app through which we connect owners of vehicles with a community of drivers, leveraging our technology that is based on the most advanced technologies available in the market and on 4 patents that we already filed. But Volvero is also a new way to generate income for players like car dealers and car rentals that can therefore do more and easier rental services. Corporates that through our app can have a totally digitized platform to share their vehicles with the community when they don't need it. when they don't need them, and private owners of vehicles that can thus recover and share ownership costs when they are not using their vehicles. All of these come with an impact. We indeed are able to reduce the number of vehicles in the street. We are able to save resources that waste production of vehicles that are not used for the majority of the time. We are unique because we created an insurance policy that is able to cover different types of vehicles, and the patent technology that we are providing for a better and safer customer experience. We are currently live in Italy, where we have 350 users and 75 vehicles available, and we are already scaling the operation to the whole country. A few words about the team. I am the CEO and the founder with experience in finance and management, so I take care of numbers, while my co-founders, Temre and Kayoder, are more technical people that complete the team. We make money by retaining a percentage on each transaction. We already generated more than 150,000 euro in revenue, and we do have a great network of partners. We are here today because we are looking for commercial partnership grow internationally. Ladies and gentlemen, I am Marco Filippi, CEO and founder at Volvero. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Marco. And now over to the jury. Let's proceed with the questions from our jury members. Marco, I'd request you to stop sharing. Over to you, jury.
One question on my side, Marco, many thanks for your presentation. You underlined different sources of vehicles for your customers. In what way can you guarantee the quality of the rental experience having so huge heterogeneous sources of vehicles for your customers?
Yeah, great question. And we guarantee that there is a different, a wide availability of vehicles thanks to the partnership and the business model. So we are not only trying to deal with incumbents like car dealers and car rentals, but also with private owners. So thanks to this mix and hybrid model, we are able to provide different type of vehicles, such as cars, motorcycles, or commercial vehicles for our community. And also note that thanks to this type of business model, the vehicles are located all over. So it's like they are available on like not only shops or airports and train stations as currently happens with car rental services, but are dislocated all over the territory. So they are like more easier to be reached by the final user.
So, Marco, you were saying that your car sharing, you speak about rental, rental office share. But what about car sharing, all these enjoy, all this kind of very fast, easy, solution than, in the city there? What is the difference among your service and what is in the market right now?
Excellent question, Monica. The difference is that Enjoy or Drive Now services are more for like the short term. So you take them for 30 minutes, 1 hour, and that's it. While we are targeting more long-term needs and a different type of needs, like you want a car to get around for the weekend, you need a van to relocate. So we are targeting a different type of necessity that is not the type of necessity you want to move from point A to point B of the city. So think when you are using a car rental or when in those situations that you would like to use car rental services, that's Volvero.
Marco, sorry, great presentation, but it wasn't clear to me what your product's differentiating features are. I mean, is it a rental mechanism of some car rental mechanism of some sort for a certain market segment, or is it just a general use? I'm not clear on the product, actually. If you could elaborate a bit more on that, would be useful.
Thank you for the questions. That gives me the possibility to deep dive a little bit. So there are two main differentiating points if compared to traditional services. One is that we digitized all the user experience, so you don't have to go to the counter that you are currently doing when you are renting a car, and you have to deal with, queues and paperwork. So first we digitize everything, and we made it accessible also to people that right now are not able to use car rental services, like I don't know, students, because they don't have like a valid credit card accepted. And also we created this insurance policy that is part of our IP. We co-created it with a big player like Europe Assistance. So we are able to provide this service also to this kind of users that right now cannot benefit of car rental.
Okay, sorry, I've just cut you off there. A lot of car rental companies already have digitized their business experiences, on their own apps, online and stuff. Are you targeting people without credit cards, or specifically people that, and why would they want to drive as well? I mean, are we targeting a certain segment of society, like based on the UN sustainability sort of goals, or is it for underprivileged individuals?
Yeah, of course, a great question. The people that have access to a credit card usually are only those that are like very well off, that can really have like afford like the type of financial service that put them with a debit card. Indeed, thanks to our service, we can propose it to minorities, to people that actually struggle with having access to car rentals. And this is a great advantage point for us that is highly appreciated by our users.
Okay, I don't know how much time I have left for questions, because I have just a few more. I mean, I'm just trying to understand. Is there time?
I think maybe one more question, but then that's it.
All right, Marco, what's your traction like? I mean, are you making any money?
Yeah, we already generated more than 150,000 euro in revenue. Most of it is not recurring yet, so it's like charges for pilots or one-time charge, but that's normal because we are quite new on the market. So the traction is that we are onboarding car dealers, car rentals. We see great interest because this is really a gap in the market. And also from the demand side, we see a lot of people joining and downloading the app every day. And that's everything, that's all organic. Still, we are not investing budget for marketing. We are still trying to understand what's the perfect niche for us for then boosting these activities with paid advertisements.
Right, thank you.
Okay, perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jury. Thank you, Marco. And next up we have to pitch is Share My Bag. So I would request...
Hi, everyone.
Yes. Hi. Ciao, Silvia.
Ciao.
I'll just request you to start screen sharing.
Yeah, can you see the screen?
Yes. And your pitch time starts now.
Okay. Hi, everyone. This is Silvia. I'm the founder and CEO of Share My Bag. I want to ask you something. Have you ever stared in front of your wardrobe with the feel you had nothing to wear? I'm sure you did. Consider that 20% of women wear on a regular basis just 20% of their wardrobe. And the fast fashion business model creates the wear it once culture. So a fashion consumption culture that is generating a huge waste. Our solution is Share My Bag. Share My Bag is defined as the Airbnb of fashion. We created an online community where women can rent out their fashion items. The fashion items they already own, they have in their wardrobes, and they don't use every day. Think about all the events dresses or accessories, not very daily use. Our goal is to allow women to give a longer life value to what they already own and to be 100% circular, renting out and renting from the community instead of buying. It's very easy, very friendly, and people just need to post a listing and see what is available in the community if they want to rent something, making a search based on the city and the product category. We are launching also a new side of the project that is dedicated to the fashion brands. We are talking with the most important luxury fashion brands like Versace, Armani, Valentino, Prada, to create a dedicated online store for them to rent the unsold products. And as you maybe know, they have a huge quantity. This will allow them to be more sustainable and to reach a new target. Our target in this initial launch phase will be dedicated to women that want to be fashionable, but at the same time also more sustainable. And we did a small market test in New York, the city where the idea was born. And our goal is to launch the product in Italy and in other countries in Europe and US in the next 2 years. Our business model is based on 20% transaction fee. And our story developed in the past years between the US and Italy. We are proud that we also have been officially selected by United Nations to join the United Nations Environment Programme. Our competitors are different from Share My Bag, mostly because of their not availability of community, and also because they are not 100% circular. They are mostly not communities, but online stores that rent products. Our team is a young team of professionals based both in Italy and New York. And we really are proud to have been supported by the most important realities in fashion and sustainability. We are opening our first investment round. We are in a pre-revenue phase, so our product is ready for the market. We are opening the first investment phase to get a budget to develop our marketing strategy. We invested our initial budget for the technology development, and our goal is to get, in the next 2 years, 1.5 million revenue. We are working in the next updates in terms of technology, and
thank you so much.
Goal is to give new life to fashion. Thank you so much.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much, Silvia. I'd request you to stop screen sharing, and we'll start with the jury round. Just a gentle reminder to our jury members to please continue evaluating the startups while they're presenting, and of course, while they're responding to your questions. Over to you, jury.
Okay, ciao Silvia, I have a question. So you're talking about your experience in New York, where you have some revenue, but what's happening in Italy or another country? You are, at the moment, you have customer, you're making money, basically, because I didn't actually get it.
Yeah, it's a great question. So the idea was born in New York when I was living in New York. So it is the market where we decided to do the first market test. We already have users actually in New York, Italy, other countries in Europe, LA, Dubai, UAE, because our community is mostly created through social media. So we still don't have the budget to create a proper marketing campaign for a strong launch, but we are generating users through the social media, especially on Instagram, where we have a growing community of users coming from different countries. So we are planning the official launch in Italy because the company is Italian. So we want Italy to be an important market for us, but we didn't have an official one. So we are glad to already have a community in different countries also if we didn't
How
have
big is your community? Can you give me a
we are today around 2,000 users spread around the countries.
Question to that. Thank you.
Thank you for the question. I can't hear
I have one question, Silvia. Thank you for your presentation. You talked about the value that your solution could create for brand. I think that there are even some risks for brand that could perceive the risk of decreasing the value of their brand, mainly considering the top positioned ones. What's your position about that?
This is a good point. I always discuss with the brands when I talk to them about the idea. Of course, is one of the doubts that they have. They don't want to create a, let's say, a wrong image of their brand and the exclusivity of the brand renting products. But what I always tell them, and also to reply to your question, is that renting a selection of unsold products or from runways, from collaboration with actress or special influencers, so that products they usually don't sell and are stuck in their companies, they don't create a contrast with their main goal, to sell, but they create more value. First of all, for their brand, because they will be more sustainable, not just in the production phase, that is very often the focus when we talk about sustainability, but they create a sustainability also in the consumption phase. Moreover, we consider that they can reach also a new target. That doesn't mean it's a target of people that can't afford to buy their products, but is a target who perceive the added value in the interest of that brand to be more sustainable. And in particular, we are talking about the youngest generations.
Thank you.
Well,
all right, Silvia, thanks for the presentation. You guys don't have a product, so therefore there's no traction. So therefore you don't really know exactly 100% of this market you're mentioning, the Gen Z, who can afford to go for like high-end brands. I guess the high-end brands are the ones you're targeting. It's unsold products of the high-end brands for people who want to be fashionable and sustainable. Did I understand that?
Yeah, correct.
Okay.
So the target is
just keeping that in mind. What's your actual practical plan going forward? Because an Instagram account and a community is not a product that has been launched or iterated or developed or tested with the markets. You know, what's your plan? What do you guys want to do? To me, that wasn't really clear. I mean, there are a lot of details, but it seems very theoretical to me.
Yeah, I can understand it, of course, because I think we have a very ambitious project, especially because we want to create a new consumption model and not just in a country, but worldwide, if we can say this. Of course, we are small in terms of capability to invest, but our plan in terms of marketing and promotion is, first of all, to create a community of people that we can educate to a more sustainable approach. We are doing this to our community, and this is very effective because they will realize that the value of renting instead of buying, or at least to be more aware of the importance to buy less and with more awareness and to choose some type of products to rent, can change their lifestyle and their habits. So it's the goal is now to raise capital to have the chance to do a proper marketing launch in the first 2 markets we want to target, that has Italy and New York.
Right.
Thank you.
I mean, the concept,
yeah,
I mean, the concept is sorts of clear. I mean, the goals are sorts of clear, but what I would probably look at if I was in your shoes.
I'm so sorry, but we are running out of time.
Okay.
So I'd request you, thank you so much for
okay, thank you. Maybe we can connect, happy to talk more about these doubts, Hannah.
Thank you.
And next up, we have Talit E. And over to you, Sartaj. If you can please share your screen.
Hello, let me share my screen. Okay.
And have it, yes,
now,
perfect.
Hello, this is Sartaj Eltekin. I'm the CEO and the founder of Talete, with a group of people who are, past their prime, in their 50s, which is very unusual for a startup. So I will walk you through what we have done and what we are doing. And thanks for listening to me. Well, what are we? We are essentially, we convert combustion engines of 2-wheelers into electric engines, designed, produced, and installed by us in Italy. This is our business. And when you look at the Italian market, I think the numbers speak for themselves. And this is how we started. There's 7 million scooters. Italy is the biggest market in Europe for scooters, motorbikes. About 64% of those motorbikes are between the age of 5 and 20. 90% are in categories Euro 0 to 3, which are pretty much obsolete in terms of environmental adequacy. And while this is all happening, people are actually not buying new electric vehicles, two-wheelers. About 15 times more combustion engines, two-wheelers are sold with respect to electric two-wheelers. So basically, this gives us an incredible opportunity to look at a market where we can refurbish, reconvert, retrofit motorbikes and contribute to social and environmental impact. So we asked quite a lot of people, and we conducted a big survey in Italy and through an independent agency. We asked them, would you be interested in converting your vehicle to an electric one? More than 600 people participated in this interview, and 85% said yes. And environmental issues are the first on the list. Now, would you be willing to purchase a scooter that's already electrified and reconditioned as new? 74% said yes. And Talete is 100% made in Italy. Do you consider that a plus? About 84% of the respondents said yes. Well, but even on the economics, the financial side and looking at the pricing, 7 out of 10 people are ready to spend over 1,500 for the conversion of their two-wheelers. And this is a huge number. About 23% are willing to spend between 2,500 and 3,500. So that gives us a huge opportunity to go out. And by the way, when you ask people, why would you, what are the elements that are decisive for you to choose the electrification kit? Vehicle autonomy. So basically, how long would the vehicle stay electrified? Battery charging speed, vehicle performance. If you add those up, roughly about 60% pertain to matters. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Sertaç. Unfortunately, your time is up, but we'd like you to now please stop screen sharing, and we'll start with the jury round.
Okay.
Could you, yes, please stop screen share.
Yep.
Perfect. Over to you, jury.
Okay, I think this was a bit tough because we didn't see the whole presentation, but can you sum up just what your product is, just break it down very quickly, and what the price difference is between electrifying the scooter versus buying a new electrical one in the market?
Thank you. Thank you for this question. Now, the product is the electrification kit, the engine with a swappable battery, and the whole motor unit that we produce. And it basically being installed on the used vehicle through a network of mechanics already trained to install it. If you go into the market, the EVs for two-wheelers usually have a price range of about 7,000 to 8,500.
Okay,
so
is your technology patented? Sorry.
We build our own technology. We have our own technology.
Are you guys engineers as a team? We didn't see anything about your team.
A group of people who are engineers. We also have a technology partner, which actually is one of our partners. It's been one of the top vintage car conversion engineers in Europe. Yeah.
So and you've tested your product, have you? What stage of testing are you at?
We have done the prototyping. We've finished it. We've done the market research, and we're ready to go to market. We're going to do pre-sales, and probably we're going to hit 10,000 pieces, which means roughly around 25 millions of revenue in 2023.
Okay,
and that's only a fraction of the market.
Sorry.
Yeah. Go ahead.
Okay, I have a question, Serta. Many thanks for your pitch. Did you carry out some market research about the potential of your product, and what's the buyer persona of your solution?
Well, actually, the market research that we conducted lately confirms that there's quite a huge demand for the type of electrified reconditioned refurbished vehicles. It's actually much wider than we expected, the profile of the users. It coincides with the engines that have a capacity between 150 and 300. And predominantly we're talking about urban consumers, urban users of two-wheelers to go from home to work, or they predominantly use it in urban settings. Demographically, it's a wide range of people. So people in their 20s, in their 30s, even in their 50s and 60s. So we actually have quite a widespread user base. Thank you.
Thank you.
The time is over. Competitors, any others makes a solution like yours?
Not in Italy, almost not in Europe.
No, in Europe. Where?
We don't have anyone in Europe or
There
in
is
Italy.
any others in other countries like USA or in Asia?
India is the only place that there's actually a good reconversion market, because the government is incentivizing the Indians to convert their two-wheelers to reach carbon emission potential.
Yeah. Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jury. Thank you, Sertaç. And now we are moving on to our next pitch, which is by Relog3P. Requesting, yes, Stefano, if you can please share your screen.
Yeah, I think you should be able to see the screen, right?
Perfect. Please go ahead.
All right. So, hello, everybody. First, allow me to ask you a favor. This is a short time, so please do not read through the slide. Just listen to myself. I'm Stefano Negrini, and together with my wife and co-founder Michelle, we have been working for 30 plus years in the logistic field for major firms and have a complementary experience within the field. We have learned by heart about the problems of the field, and what is the major problem of logistics today is that it's not a chain. It is unsustainable. It is very much disorganized, is silos-based with growing customer expectation and competition. In a nutshell, that's a very extremely fragmented industry. That's why we came out with React. You can think of React as a platform which consists into 5 different services and serve the entire global logistic with it. Services to improve processes, services to increase learning of the workforce, and so on. The services are built and matched together in a seamless journey for our customers to allow them to move from the current unsustainable business models to a new profitable and sustainable one, because we believe it's fundamental that we keep considering the societal, environmental, and economical aspects all together, so that ourselves and our customer can contribute and attain 12 out of the 17 Sustainable Development Goals of the United Nations with our platform. Did you know that the market that we have today foresee that 90% of what we use every day flows throughout the global logistic? We are talking about a massive market, and React within this market currently is the only available solution that has the sustainability as the final target. Our customers are B2B and B2G, and we serve them via React with an aggregator business model. There is a freemium subscription, service fees, and then we affiliate with our partners to provide these services to the customers. Short to mid-term, we aim to complete the launch of all the 5 services of the platform, 2 of which are already in the market. We aim to increase the customer base and consolidate, and have the first 2 rounds of investment to support the further development of React, which is young, yet already got international recognition because we combine logistic and sustainability. We develop React with a growing team, and we really believe logistic now needs to shift to be sustainable. If you believe so, vote for ourselves. Thanks a lot.
Thank you so much, Stefano. Time is up. Requesting you to please stop sharing your screen now.
Yeah.
And over to you, Jury.
All right. Thanks for the presentation. Again, I don't think I was quite clear on what your product is. You know, like what stage it's at, what you guys are doing, and who you're sort of targeting. You know, like to be a Trivago, a Wikipedia, and an Amazon. To me, that's a bit confusing. Could you clarify a little bit further on that?
Absolutely. That's the first expected question. Indeed, we basically have a platform that aim to provide an holistic journey, as I mentioned, to our customers, basically from awareness up to training and increasing, giving tools of knowledge to our customers, making them use these tools into process improvement with 2 services, which we call process and multimodalities. And then at the end of the journey, certifying this journey of our customer that contributes to the achievement of the Sustainable Development Goals. So basically, it's a platform with these different 5 level of services that we are providing. Right now, as you ask, we launch the first 2 MVPs for the 2 services. So Wikipedia as a kind of Wikilogy, so-called, we launch in the market as the Academy, which is the one that served the purpose to provide a number of trainings to the customers relating logistic and sustainability. Sorry.
Okay. Stefano, one question. What is the target of your proposition?
The target is...
In terms of customers.
Yes, in terms of customer, the target today, because the final target is the entire global logistic. But as a customer today, for the launch, we aim to target mainly the SMEs, companies working privately rather than publicly, because the big companies are developing their own kind of end-to-end solutions, while small, medium enterprises or micro enterprises, which are within the logistic, they have no time, no knowledge, no resources to tackle themselves, although they may be interested in getting to more sustainable business, sometimes driven by new regulations or by sensitivity owners. But right now, we target mainly SMEs customers.
So thanks for the presentation, Stefano. Just to clarify, going back to the product, is your tool more like educational in order to give some further info to, you know, being myself having, you know, a product to sell and have a logistic, a lot of boxes, you know, in my logistic area. So you actually teaching me in a more educational way, you actually give me a practical solution to help me to, because it's not clear so much to me.
Our is indeed not a simple product, is quite complex. So these 5 services can be used autonomously, but we want to push our customer to understand is that there is a journey that gives the best value if it's used in its entireness. So the first stage is raising their awareness and then giving them these trainings originally sought to upskill and reskill the current workforce. We have seen at the beginning of the presentation of ESG, 1 billion jobs are at risk. So obsolescence, we thought to fight such obsolescence, But then we understood and we have been asked to go down the line to the younger generation, to university and technical schools. So all in all to say, these are the different tools we provide to the customers, and then they use this awareness and training to deploy and improve processes and integrate the different mode of transport.
Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Stefano. Thank you, jury. And just a quick reminder that for our entrepreneurs, once you start your screen sharing and start your speaking, that's when your time starts, which is 3-minute pitch. And next up, we have Progress Lab. And please start, if you can share your screen, Luca.
So welcome everyone, and thanks for this opportunity. I'm Lucas Giacomo, and I'm here today as the founder of Progress Lab, a startup on a mission to improve productivity and the adoption of Industry 5.0 for manufacturers all over the world, no matter their size. The problem today is that manufacturing software platforms are costly and complex, and this is an obstacle for many smaller manufacturers that struggle to reap the benefits of these technologies. Plus, they're focused on data management rather than collaboration. And this is an issue because coordination itself has a high cost for companies. Knowledge workers spend most of their time in what has been called work about work, that is, non-value-adding activities that could be reduced significantly through appropriate collaboration tools. So this is our value proposition: to support the adoption of Industry 5.0, that is, human-centered, technology-enabled processes for companies of all sizes, and exponentially grow productivity, integrating machines and people in an open, affordable, AI-powered manufacturing collaboration platform. This is a market where there is a lot of competition, but established products are very slow to change and struggle to keep up with the fast pace of software innovation. Plus, they come at a great cost and with little flexibility, which makes them unsuitable for SMEs. But besides being more affordable and flexible, the Progress platform has a few aces up the sleeve, which will make it stand out from the others. First, it's an open environment where third-party apps can be integrated easily, and in the future, customers will be able to install them with a click. It's focused on human collaboration and not just data management, and this covers a whole set of needs which are mostly untouched by competitors. Finally, there's a patent-pending technology inspired by quantum physics to drastically improve planning accuracy and delivery performance. If all of this was not enough, this is a huge market estimated at 15 billion in 2025, which is ripe for disruption, being stuck on legacy technologies and with very slow movement due to the complexity of the domain. The opportunity, considering just a small penetration in very targeted market segments, is about 100 million. And this is only considering a stable market which does not count widened publicly into lower barriers and new features. There's the growth and financial plan available upon request, but the highlights are here. It's a reasonably conservative estimate for a 5-year plan, considering an obtainable market of over 100 million. The product is ready for launch, and the first group of beta testers is being put together as we speak. Progress Lab is working with several external collaborators and is looking for full-time founding members to strengthen operations and provide better service. In this stage, Progress Lab, besides the team members, is looking for industrial R&D partners to validate the solution and co-design the future of the platform. And for those who might be interested, at 300,000 pre-seed investments to expand the team, build features, and finalize the US and EU patents about the algorithms. Thanks for your attention.
Thank you. Thanks a lot, Luca. Requesting you to please stop screen sharing, and we'll have the jury be spotlighted. Over to you, jury.
Thank you, Luca, for your speech. What are your main competitors within the market?
We're talking about, there are different categories of competitors. We're talking about big multinationals like SAP, Aviva, Dassault Systèmes, or smaller companies that are focused on this kind of product. I could mention like Critical Manufacturing or Lighthouse Systems. And then there are smaller players that are a lot more local and custom-made products. As I said, there are many different competitors, but they're all focused on data management and very, very little on people collaboration. So they're mainly used by companies that have kind of a stable production or they are very invested in machinery. And when we talk about SMEs that rely a lot of labor, manual labor, or that have many orders or have a high mix, low volume environment, for example, with many like manufacturing services, which I build products for other companies and they're not my product. It's very complex, and these products are not very suitable for them. The planning style, it's just too rigid for them.
Thank you.
So, Luca, Industry 5.0 is an absolutely huge and gigantic amount of processes and activities and things and changes in organizations. Surely you'd want to focus and zoom in on an aspect or two of that, or what's your product like? What's your product's vision?
That's a very important question. Like, as for us, for the Progress platform, we are focused on the collaboration and the data sharing thing. The whole aspect, for example, of connecting to the machines, which is a whole domain just by itself, is something that we will not go into. And we actually working on an agreement with another startup that works exactly on that side, on connecting machine and retrofitting machine for data gathering. So we are focused on the collaboration side and the agile planning, AI algorithms for planning and delivery.
So, Luca, thanks for your presentation. Regarding the team, I understood right at the moment you are only you by yourself?
Well, yeah, as a main full-time member, unfortunately, yes, not by my choice. I had both a salesperson and a programmer that wanted to, but eventually decided not to take up the risk of entrepreneurship. Then not for any other reason, just for personal reason, unfortunately. It's like getting married, so it's hard to find people to actually join you in that. But that's what we're looking into. I'm not planning to go at it alone.
You're looking for two people, right?
At least one. Two's better.
At least one. Okay. Thank you.
Perfect. Thank you. Thank you so much, Jury. Thank you so much, Luca. And next up, we have pitching Shop the Look. So we're just going to have Ottavia. Hi, Ottavia. Please share your screen.
Sure. Can you see my screen?
It's still loading.
Okay.
Yes, go ahead.
Hello, I'm Ottavia Pittaluga, CEO and founder of Shop the Look. With my team, I have a mission that is to make shopping online experience cool. Create an ecosystem of 3D commerce with the help of technology of VR, virtual reality, and augmented reality. During a long experience in the field of e-commerce, I realized that e-commerce is unpersonalized, ugly, and boring. The average time on a website is less than a minute. Not so cool. So we adapted the real world experience, and we built an experience similar to the real world shopping, create a virtual shopping district where people can walk, explore, and buy from their favorite boutiques from anywhere and with any devices. We create an experience that is funny, engaging, realistic, but first of all, memorable. We discovered that people spend from 7 to 40 minutes in our boutiques as they could do in the real world. On the practical side, we provide spaces in our district. We design the shops and we digitalize the product in 3D. And we also give the one-click experience Shop the Look. We also have a prototype of a no-code software that allows every shop owner to create a 3D commerce without the knowledge in retail design, 3D graphics, and coding, providing templates totally customizable. We have the ambition of helping small and medium businesses to grow and to create the basis for the e-commerce in the metaverse. With a strong female leadership, reducing the environmental impact of shopping district and promoting the use of technology for avoiding movements to come to work. Sorry. We have a business model totally similar to a real estate company in the metaverse. And we know the market is enormous. In fact, it is very early stage, but it will be enormous. We will grow starting from low scalable things, but we are planning a strategic growth through the integration of our district in the major apps for the metaverse. We don't have already a lot of competitors, but we know that the big companies will move
so
soon
much,
in our
Ottavia.
Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you. Unfortunately, your time is up. I'd request you to please stop screen sharing, and we are just having the jury join. I think Monica's video is not on, but please, I would request you to please continue.
Sorry.
Jury?
Ottavia, thanks for the presentation. It's always good to see something relating to fashion and feminine things. In general, with startups, what tends to happen when you start on a project or you develop a concept, and you iterate it and you develop it until you hit the market exactly at the sweet spot, okay? I think your concept is workable to a point, but I feel like maybe developing it further into something that actually will address one of the major or many of the major issues we're facing with fashion and clothing going forward in this era we're living in, you know, where there's a lot of wastage, where there's too many clothes, not enough, too many people buying clothes, not enough people in less developed countries having clothes, and so many other topics. I think that perhaps could be sorts of integrated, you know, things like plastics, using like certain waste materials to incorporate into clothing. I'm just saying, try to maybe broaden the scope of what you're doing, I would say, because I think the concept you've outlined, I mean, it's workable, and I'm sure you guys put a lot of effort into it, but I feel like it's a little bit out of date with what's happening currently. I mean, there have been a lot of attempts to do this, and they haven't always been successful. So I think look at the range of so many things you can do and line it with the sustainability goals and stuff when it comes to that.
Well, I think that the use of these new technologies has augmented reality, the 3D graphic can easily reduce the use of plastic to produce prototypes and anything else, because we have a lot of cases where little brands before put a product in the market, test it with a realistic prototype in 3D. In fact, a lot of our clients sell, for example, shoes that are not existing yet, but they sell in their e-commerce, and then they produce it on request for the clients. So I think that this use of technology can easily support the reducing of garbage.
You also say before, thanks Tavia for your pitch. You said that you want to make the e-commerce less boring, you know, for the customers, but competitors. This is a quite full segment of company. They're inside or outside looking for somebody to make 3D virtual stores and so on. So are you think you can your solution is different from the many competitors there on the market?
My target market is the small and medium businesses that don't have the capability to build something in-house. In fact, big companies of fashion moving in this direction, but they are not my main goal. I am totally directed by small and medium businesses.
Thank you. Thanks a lot,
Yeah.
Ottavia. Thank you, jury. We are moving over to the next pitch for today. We have Bridged. Bridged, I'll request you to please share your screen. So Michele, hi Michele.
Hi, do you see me? Do you hear me?
Yes, we can. Will you make it full screen?
Great.
Perfect. Please
Okay.
go ahead.
So nice to be here today. Hello, everybody. I'm Michele, co-founder of Bridget, the collaborative platform for a faster urban transition towards sustainability. We live in an historical context in which we face several crises: health crisis, economic crisis, energy crisis, and they are interconnected and interdependent crises. Or like Otto Scharmer at MIT says, we have to face an ecological divide and a social divide. So Bridget was born out of this awareness. We need a systemic approach. If we want to accelerate the transition to sustainability in our business and social models, we have to change our perspective and put at the center the dynamics of nature, of the ecology around us. These dynamics are common in all living organisms, from the smallest to the largest. Like Fritjof Capra says, life is networked, life is regenerative, life is creative, and life is intelligent. We want to develop these four dynamics within urban realities, our cities across the planet. The city is the technological invention that unites humans at all latitudes. The city is a place of the greatest contradiction and the greatest possibilities for efficiency. We at Bridget believe that on the quality of the city's relations depends the possibility of their ecological transition. We have to collaborate, we have to create new smart synapses. Therefore, we have developed technology that focuses on relational dynamics and facilitates the achievement of the 17 SDGs. Our main goal, partnership, of course. Based on these criteria, nonprofit associations and businesses can ally and create partnerships oriented to the creation of projects with positive environmental and social impact. Our model is a win-win model. Each side, by collaborating with the other, gets a personal benefit, businesses in terms of reputation and impact, nonprofit association in terms of projects implemented. The third win consists in a common good. The whole society benefits from the impact of these projects. The mechanism of our platform is a one-to-one matching. Therefore, our target audience is medium-sized enterprises and associations in the area. Our primary goal is to bring out the network of collective intelligence represented by associations, especially the association which today in Italy have a budget of less than 10,000 euro and account for 60% of all associations in Italy. Businesses, on the other hand, are increasingly aware of the need to give visibility to their impact. It's called CSR or ESG strategy. We created Bridget to respond to this triple need. We have validated these needs with an MVP, and now we are ready to start and go live. We are four guys, fathers of families, professionals with different background. We met in a business school, and we gave birth to this idea, this vision, working at night like every startupper. We founded the startup and won the first 60K from the city of Milan and the Ministry of Economy to grow with trust, reputation, network, and goodwill.
Thank you so much, Michele. I'm so sorry I have to cut you off because your time is up.
I want to stop.
Please stop screen share. Yeah. Yes. And jury, we're just going to add you to.
Yeah, thank you, Michele. I'm not a clear understanding of what is your revenue model. So could you please explain something more about that?
We are basically a matching and donation platform. So our revenues are based on a fee, commission fee on every donation. On top, we offer extra services through our partners before, during, and after each matching, each project. To be more specific, at the beginning, offering services co-creation and co-design through partners, coordinate and trust each other is not that easy. And during the project, we think that communication is really important. If you don't communicate something, it's like something it doesn't even exist. And at the end, the reporting section. So accountability and reporting phase is very important in order to allow the enterprises to give visibility to the impact they reached. Yeah.
I have a question. What's the problem you're trying to solve? Just in 1 or 2 lines.
As I said before, city is the problem and could be the solution. We think that trying to create better relationship within the urban context, it helps to fasten the transition towards sustainability. It's not a matter that can be achieved playing alone. It's a matter of cooperation. So it's a matter also of collaboration culture, I would say. So it's a new habit that we have to diffuse and to spread. Okay, this is our insight.
And so, Michele, thanks for your presentation. And, the idea behind this is really dreaming, in a way, talking about collaboration, cooperation, sounds beautiful. But how you translate this in action? I mean, I really would like to, I didn't get it, but what is your actually product, what you think you can make this happening, really?
We are a two-sided platform. So we have the side of the project maker, okay, the NGOs association, who needs money. And to the other side, enterprises, businesses, who are aware of their impact, okay? And so they are looking for good projects in the territory with the impact they are looking for. So we are basically a matchmaker, okay? A facilitator to let these two different populations encounter and bridge together, like our name says.
Wonderful. Thank you so much, Jury. Thank you, Michele. We are now going to move on to our next pitch for today, and that will be Party Tool. So Artem, requesting you to please start sharing your screen.
Sure. Okay, hello everybody.
Yes, we're just waiting for it to be in full screen.
Here we are. Hello everybody, we are a Party Tool, and our team, like you can see here, host and attend private events. Our team is a young team composed by 4 guys, Alessandro, me, and the other guys who are marketing manager and IT development app. Who we are? We want to be an online application who is focused on being the perfect tool for socialization between people, who offers a possibility of social inclusion to anyone. Our platform is mainly focused to be the solution to the increasingly problem of social exclusion and isolation due to the last pandemic period, and due also to the always same traditional events and ways of meeting new people. There is a huge amount of people who would like to meet other people just for friendship or other purposes, and to attend maybe private event to have fun. but they have to go to the disco, to the same disco, to the traditional events for us a disco party, because of the difficulty of the accessing of the private exclusive events because of their exclusivity. And we would like also to give an opportunity to private owners of private property owners to monetize their property, so to earn money by just hosting their houses and organizing events there, following the instruction of Party Tool training program. So we would like to meet both these needs, so to meet one need and give us an opportunity that doesn't exist today. The exclusive events, our events will be also cheaper than the traditional ones, events, disco, nightclubs, and other type of events. Our differentiation from other competitors or other application is that nowadays all the dating application, meeting application are yet one-to-one. We would like to make many-to-many socialization, so gives this opportunity to all our users. The need, in our opinion, the need of these events is really huge, because 1 billion euros is spent annually in Italy on nightclub, disco club, dancing clubs, and other private events, and so on. And the preferences of people are always private events, and in our opinion, the market validation is really huge. As you can see here, 9% of just Italian people participated at least once a club party, so it means more than 10 million people. Our business model, we expected it to be based on 10% commission.
Thank you so much, Artem.
Okay, thank you very much.
Time is up, but thank you. I'd request you to please stop screen share. Okay. And over to you, Jury.
So Artem, do you actually have a product? If so, can you
No, it's just a project into the idea stage. We don't have the product, we don't have any revenue. Okay. We are now developing the application online. In 2 months, we would like to have it available on Play Store and Google App. And then we would like to launch a small online advertising on Instagram, Facebook, and social platforms, and then see the market response. But we don't have the finished product. It's just a project into the idea stage.
Thanks for the pitch. Your idea is very interesting because the city are becoming very lonely for young people, especially. So I found this a need somehow. I mean, I personally,
it's our personal need also.
And my question is, who is actually your customer? Is the young person, or also you also said before, then you can be like an extra for clubs or for.
No, it's not just the young people, it's all age people, because we think also to divorced people who, when they are divorced, they have maybe any friends, they're lonely, they're socially excluded from the society. So this is the private events. For us, events are not just parties, are chill events, are maybe poker events, are maybe all type of event you can have at your home, at a villa, at an apartment, at maybe a restaurant that failed can use their property to host an event. For us, are events, not just parties, and all age. For sure, young age is maybe more interested into parties. Maybe other ages, there are a lot of social problems in our society, so I can think could be we want to be a part of the solution of this of these problems.
Artem, thank you. I have a question for you. As you said, COVID-19 changed a lot of the events industry and the events world. Today we are looking at an evolution of of the relevance of the online dimension, but it's pretty hard for everyone, I think, to plan what will be events in 2, 3, 4 years, because there will be a mix of different, of the physical and the online dimension that are different to be planned. What's your position on that?
We think, I agree with you, we are in an evolution area, and the events are problematic nowadays because all events has been stopped during this pandemic era. And in our opinion, the parties, disco parties are existing, are so popular just because they're mainly the only ones, maybe. But there is really a problem of accessing the exclusive private events, because there is a problem of exclusivity. If you're not into some social group or some social, you have not the invitation. So our purpose is to give the invitation, to give the opportunity to everyone to participate. And in this way, maybe creates more private events.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Artem.
Thank you very much, everyone. Thank you.
Time is up. Thank you so much, jury. Just another reminder to please continue evaluating the startups while they're presenting, and of course, while they are responding to your questions. We have the next pitch for today, We Glad. Hi, Petru. I'd request you to please screen share. Perfect. Over to you.
Thanks. I'm Petru, and I'm the CEO of WeGlad. So I don't know for how many of you 10 centimeters was ever a problem, but let me tell you that for more than 150 million people with physical disabilities is a huge problem. And for more than 1.5 billion severely obese elders and parents using a stroller is a huge problem. We have a lot of architectural barriers on streets. Most of the facilities are not accessible to everybody, and the transportation also is not accessible. Even though many things actually work, we have no reliable digital information on where to find them. So this destroys mobility, freedom, and autonomy, which is everything that makes a human being human. We want to solve that through our open social navigator application. It's open because everybody can, through crowdsourcing, create accessibility data in a few clicks, and gamification makes it fun and rewarding. It's social because users can interact peer-to-peer, exchange information and post content. And it's a navigator because it brings people from point A to point B, avoiding architectural barriers, prioritizing the accessibility over speed. We monetize by helping corporates leverage the size of their stakeholders and employees to create mass impact. So we do the mapathons, which is a CSR engagement tool. We get the employees as stakeholders, onboard them on the app. They start mapping and creating a ranking list, challenging each other. All the data is powered by the corporate brand. We share the data with the municipality to solve the problems and budget with NPOs to create awareness. All the qualitative and quantitative impact metrics are then given to the corporate for sustainability reports. We've already done it even with 6 corporates all at once, and we prospect more than $500,000 revenues for 2023. With just the beta, we created more than 7,000 mappings, and we're gonna 10x this result in the next 2 quarters. Long term, we want to create a marketplace platform leveraging the data of the social patterns and mobility patterns to create the first ever digital platform that can actually target bypassing all the privacy problems, creating a market that's worth more than 500 billion transactions. Diversity and inclusion is a new global megatrend. 80% of the people feel unhappy with their experience, and there's no company in the world that has more than 1% of the market. Our team is very committed, has experience in smart mobility and smart city solutions. We all had problems with disability in our families. For us, it's personal. It hurts. We don't want it to hurt anymore. There's no competitor in the market that does it both indoors, outdoors, has objective data and community engagement. We raised already 300K from impact investors. We won the National Award for Civil Economy for Forbes Under 30, and I myself have been selected by Nova and Bocconi as a second most promising talent in the social impact industry. 0 centimeters is better than 10 centimeters, and WeGlad tells you where to find them. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Petru. I'll invite the jury now.
Petru, it's a great concept, very impressive. How are you going to make money out of this? And can you tell us a bit about your traction?
Yeah, so first, as go-to-market, we sell this mapathon service. So it's a marathon of mapping as a stakeholder engagement tool. It costs from 50K to 100K. It's an enterprise model. It can be recurring. We already did a huge project in Milan with 6 corporates from the distribution at once. So it was Esselunga, Carrefour, Inditex Group, Bennett, Casanova, and so on. And now the project was very well placed, and it's probably going to reach now 40 corporates on that field. So the pilot was 10K. Now the prospecting of that, it could be a couple hundreds of K. So just to give you an example of how we monetize right now already. And yeah, in the long term, it's going to be a community as a service and marketplace model.
All right, just excuse my ignorance. How many people are using this? I mean, is it a percentage of disabled people in a specific area, or can you just elaborate on the users?
Yeah, so the users are people with specific difficulties in moving around. So it could be from disability to other kinds of people. Right now we have 1.5K active users, of which 45% are people with specific difficulties. The other are contributors from like the companies, engage stakeholders that actually map, create data, and get rewards. So it's like map to earn platform through the corporate ESG programs.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Just one question. It's really clear the target, so focusing on disability. Did you have any thought about extending the number of diversity that you could include in your solution, such as gender, aging, sexual orientation, ethnicity, and so on?
Yes, but this is going to be our step 2. So for now, we're focusing on physical issues, and it's already a big target because, as I mentioned before, if you include people with disabilities, elders, parents with pushchair, injuries, and severely obese, they're 1.5 billion global. And that's already a huge target for us. And it's very specific. So for example, we don't go for the blind, because there's completely different UX and different things you have to do. So we were very specific on that. And then the same data can be used or sold to other platforms. But for now, we're focusing on that because we've seen that companies also failed because of multi-focus.
If you're gonna have extra money, let's put it this way, what are your next steps? Where would you invest? You eventually will have extra money to invest.
If I would have extra money, where I would invest?
Yeah. Yes.
I think roughly 60%, 70% will go in the tech because we're getting very good at gamification and gathering data, but we need to invest more in the AI recognition system to validate the data and create the accessibility pathways. And then all the other would go in the business development. Because for now, we've interacted with more than 50 big corporates. We never had a no. Everybody's quite interested in that. So we have more demand than the capacity to go to market right now. So it would be, closing the deals and building the tech to accelerate the go-to-market.
Sorry, I just have one more question. Are you guys all full-time? That's a huge team. Is everybody full-time on that team?
It's not that huge. I mean, we're in 6 and becoming soon 8. 5 would be full-time and 3 would be, let's say, more part-time, because some would be like
the founders are full-time.
Founders are full-time, yes, and we already failed once, being full-time also. So it's quite some time we're working on that and super committed.
All right, good job.
Thank you. It was a pleasure.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Juri. Thank you so much, Petru. And we are moving on to our next pitch for today, which is touch and contact. Hi, Matteo.
Hi.
We're requesting you to please share your screen.
Okay. Good morning, everybody. My name is Matteo Saltarello. I am the CEO and co-founder of TAC. TAC is a startup that makes company networking activities more efficient, innovative, and green by digitizing the paper business card and documents. Using TAC is extremely simple. Every user has its own profile, which contains standard information and can be attached with social media links, websites, and documents such as presentations and quotes that can be used during activity of network. Each user can decide to share its profile with our application or with the card in their smartphone wallet, or with our smart card. That is a PETG material, and as an NFC technology that allows to transfer the contact with just approaching the card to the smartphone. Since we have a B2B model, we also offer to companies an administrative panel where supervisors can monitor the activity of their company and manage the profile of the users. Our greatest achievement is to have made TAC a green solution that has a strong impact on paper waste. More than 2 million trees are cut down every year just for business cards, and even though the 88% are thrown away by a week. With TAC, with only one card, you can share limitless profiles, and thanks to our partnership with Tree Nation, we are also contributing the reforestation in South Africa and South America. The market size is huge. There are more than 20 million available users, considering only companies in the institutional and commercial activity in Italy, Germany, France, and UK, and Switzerland. Our business model consists in an annual revenue, recurrent revenue, that starts from 40 euros per user. This is our team. This is our second startup. On the top line, we are the 4 co-founders. 2 of us are in Forbes and under 30. We are all under 30, exception for Aaron Marinesco, that is the only senior profile. We have been in the market from this year, and we are already present in 5 countries with more than 200K of revenues, recurrent, and more than 200 companies. Thank you, and I'm open to any questions.
Perfect. Thank you so much, Matteo. Requesting you to please stop sharing your screen.
Yes.
And Jury, over to you. Matteo, just a clarification, what's this card for? And I understand the relation to trees, but is that just you trying to maybe make us understand that you're saving trees by producing electronic cards? Can you explain that part? It wasn't clear to me.
Planting the tree is just regarding the partnership with Tree Nation. It's another purpose. The card works with it's like this, and it's not linked.
Is that the card?
Yes.
Can you show us the card, please? So this is used for what exactly? Like what kind of transactions? Or
just for sharing the contact. It has an NFC chip inside that allows the contactless sharing of information. So just approaching this on your smartphone, it will appear my profile on your smartphone. You won't need any application to receive it.
So what's the problem that you're trying to solve? Are you trying to solve the fact that everybody uses like different profiles in different like apps or websites like LinkedIn or Facebook?
One problem is the paper waste. Then we are from the company point of view, you can manage and supervise the information that your user share with their network. And moreover, you have more efficient way to share your information, so you won't risk to lose your lead.
Okay, just very quickly, could you give me an example? Because I can't really visualize how this is used. Can you give me like a real life example where this has been used? And
we met, and you want to know more about me and my company. I tap my card on your phone. You can save my contact and see all the informations that I want to share with you. So I can attach some documents, and you can save it on your phone. So you won't. So the follow-up system is more fast.
Okay, so how would this, like, as opposed to maybe looking on their website or their Instagram or their TikTok or their like I don't know, an online directory?
Sorry, I didn't hear you.
So the card is in place of looking on a website or looking up a business on Instagram or looking up, a number on an online directory, that's what the card is for. It's like a quick information scan.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
Matteo, just one question. Do you have the idea that a solution like yours could be a replacement of the QR code of LinkedIn? Because I can see that there is a huge competition between the two solutions.
Well, let's say LinkedIn companies can't manage the user profile on LinkedIn. So first of all, you won't have the possibility to monitor the activity of your company, of your users. And moreover, they don't use like smart cards or these kind of tools that make the experience very simple and fast. So.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much, Matteo. Thank you, jury. And we have reached our final pitch for ESG Italy 2022. And our final pitch is See We Go. So requesting Marcello to please share his screen.
Yes.
Yes.
Do you see my screen, ma'am?
Yes, we can see it. Please go ahead.
So good morning, everybody. And last but not least, and I am the CEO co-founder of See We Go Smart Eco Transport. Dear ESG, we have a problem. That's it. The spare space of any vehicle. So one problem, but two big targets. On one hand, transport companies, on the other hand, common people. So about the business problem, about transport companies, we know that in Europe, 25% of transport vehicles travel empty. About consumer problem, we know that in Europe, we have 270 million of cars that travel with only 1.3 people per car. And this means 70 billions of wasted fuel. But we have the solution, because the solution is to fill and sell the spare space of any vehicle in a real-time matching between senders and drivers that are already on the same road. That's our core business. The product is ready from the real-time matching until the automatic invoice. So everything is totally scalable, and you can already download it for Google, the App Store, and you can use it also in the web app. So we are ready for the market. We are a double-side platform. So of course we have two targets. On one hand, small and medium enterprises that need to send a box. On the other hand, driver business. So small and medium enterprises that want to deliver a box. They are transport companies. Here the market is so huge. I don't want to bore you, but it's enough to think about that. In Europe, the revenue is around 900 billion. But it's important to highlight the vision of our startup, because the vision is about consumers. Consumers can become drivers, can deliver box, and here there is the way to scalability. So think about a kind of BlaBlaCar for goods. The business model is quite simple. It's a SaaS. So consumer business senders will pay a SaaS fee. Professional drivers will pay an annual subscription. All this was made by 8 managers. All together, we have more than 200 years of complementary experience. We are here for a call to action, 500,000 euro. We already raised 180,000 euro. We had a grant of 120,000 euro. Our company value is 4 million. So how we will go to spend this money? 70% about marketing, because we have the team, we have the product. Now we need to disseminate our See We Go. So our motto, my motto, is that it's not enough to do a good job, but we have to do good with our job. And that's why we are totally SDG compliance, especially for 9, 11, 12, and 13 categories. Thank you very much. I'm at your disposal.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Marcello. Requesting you to please stop screen sharing.
Yes.
And now over to you, jury.
Marcello, can you tell us about the product? Because I didn't think you covered that in the presentation.
Okay, very simply, do you know BlaBlaCar?
Yeah.
Great. In BlaBlaCar, you can ride a person. You can give a ride to a person. With SeaWeGo, you can give a ride to a box. That's all.
Okay,
but
perfect.
Of course, there are much more boxes in the world, and I like to say they don't speak too much. They don't smell. They don't need to go to the bathroom.
Yeah, and how far are you in the MVP? Where, like, is it a platform? Is it a website? Is it an app? What are you doing with that?
It's enough you write in Google SeaWeGo. You can download it for iOS, for Android, and even you can, through our website, you can use our web app. It's on the top, on the right. There is the push try now. You can try us.
How many active users do you have?
Almost 5,000.
And they're using it how often?
In a few months. Sorry.
Okay, and they're using it how often? Like, is it for day-to-day businesses like SMEs, or is it just one-off deliveries? And
Allora, now 90% it's people that come back to our app and that use it.
And is your customer base mainly in Italy?
Yes, north of Italy. We are 3 locations, one in Trentino, where we was born, and one in Milan, one in Verona, because of our investors. They have
what's
a
your
company,
recurrent
transport
revenue
company.
like? Do you have any recurrent revenue? Monthly
Yes,
recurrent?
last year our revenue is more than 100,000 euro, and it's not I can say recurrent, but some spot revenue, and this year it's growing 20%.
All right, sorry, last question. How many members on your team?
We are I showed 8 managers because I showed only the core team, but actually we are 20 people, because in our company we have software house, a software company, we have a web agency, we have a legal entity, a legal company. So in the core team we have the CEO of each company. And but back to them, we have other people that can work for SeaWeGo. That's important to say, because SeaWeGo is a very complex app. We can imagine SeaWeGo as a 7 app in one. That's why it's very top user experience, and it's for free devices. So we need a lot of competencies back to us.
So the people that are working with you on your app, your team is 7 people, your employees?
Yes, they are not full-time, if this is the question. Our sprint velocity, it's like, we can say 5 people.
Are you full-time?
I am full-time, yes.
Okay. Thanks.
You're welcome.
Hi, Marcello. So your customer is the single person that needs to ship a box?
So sorry, apologies, but we are done with time. Apologies, Monica.
Okay.
But thank you so much, jury.
Can I just answer to this question? We have
okay,
both consumer and business. We have both consumer and business sender, but we also have consumer and business driver. That's why SeaWeGo, it's a mixer, and that's why we think we can win the competition compared to the other logistics companies.
Thank you. Thank you so much to all of our entrepreneurs. Thank you so much to our jury. What excellent pitching we have had. And we will now proceed to, the jury will now proceed to another breakout room for a quick deliberation session. So we're just requesting the jury to move to the breakout room. Give us a couple of minutes. And in the meantime, we request all our entrepreneurs to wait with us in the main room until the results are announced. And we are waiting. Yes. But I must say, what excellent pitches from all of you entrepreneurs. Thank you so much for your pitches. And from, covering all areas, all sectors, that is something that, we really value at ESG, because we want entrepreneurs from different sectors to come, from different stages, idea stage, late stage. I think Monica Spinetti, Signora, we are just going to send you to the deliberation room as well. Just give us 1 minute. Okay, perfect. So yeah, absolutely wonderful pitches. Thank you. We are going to be taking a little time here now for the jury deliberation with all of our back-to-back pitches, with all of the different sectors that we have had today. It's been very interesting for us as well to learn about all the incredible work that all of you are doing. And we also want to now take this time to tell you a bit more about what it is that we do at ESG and show you a couple of videos that would give you a better flavor of ESG, and also give you a bit more information of the world's to-do list that we mentioned before. And ESG is an accelerator, global accelerator to the world's to-do list. And ESG really is something that we work with a lot of passion to build a community of entrepreneurs from all across the world. And of course, who then come to our Global Finals virtual event viewed by millions across the world. So we're going to show you a quick video from ESG 2021. And we'd also like to show you what we did with ESG 2020, which was the first year that we started ESG.
I'm Shivani Dandekar, joining you from the T-Gelf Stadium, the virtual venue where the greatest event in the history of entrepreneurship will be hosted in the week to come. It's got everything you expect, from big sport, passion, fierce competition, fans, cities pitted against cities, countries competing against countries, loyalties and support. Keep the energy high as we move closer to the date.
Thank you so much. So this is what we really do, when we do the multi-tier level competition, and we have our entrepreneurs competing, city nationals. For Italy, we have nationals, go to confederations, and ultimately come for the global finals, which is a highly produced virtual event that we do. And as I mentioned before, we are very excited to be the global accelerator to the world's to-do list, an initiative that was launched during the 76th United Nations General Assembly in 2021. And I'd like to introduce you to World's To-Do List with this video. Thank you so much for sharing that, Nebrima. And now we'd like to take a quick break as well, because I know it's been a hectic day of pitching. And just we'll take a couple of minutes break while our jury deliberates. And in the meanwhile, I'll ask all of our wonderful and fantastic entrepreneurs to just share their LinkedIn or social media profiles on the chat, so we can tag you on our social media, and then we'll just take a couple minutes break right now. Perfect. Thank you. And while we wait, just, absolutely thrilled for us to have ESG Italy this year as well. This is the second year we're doing our Italy national finals. And it's, it's always just getting better and bigger, and having more entrepreneurs join us, which is very, very exciting for us. And we'd like to thank you to be part of this. So I think we'll be waiting for a couple more minutes, 1 or 2 minutes more. And just another quick reminder for our entrepreneurs who have not shared their social media yet, please do so, though I think we have all of it in the chat already. So I'm only guessing that with the jury taking so much time, it must be quite an intense discussion going on. And that can really mean that we've had some wonderful entrepreneurs pitch today. And you know, it's for us, it's all about showcasing the passion that entrepreneurs have when they do something on their own and when they start up their own enterprises and their own organizations. And it's an actual, you know, true honor for us to be part of all of these pitches, to hear it and to be inspired by it. We will be waiting for a couple more minutes. And so I'll ask you to just please be patient. I think another 30 seconds and we'll be ready. Wonderful. I think we are all back. I'm just going to check once more. Perfect. Thank you so much, jury, for taking the time to, you know, deliberate and really see who it is going to go to the next round, and for our entrepreneurs for being patient with us. We will now announce 2 participants that will be the winners of today's competition. But before that, we'd like to take a moment to thank all of our entrepreneurs so much for all your stellar pitches and for really, you know, being part of this community, and is what we think is one of the most important things when it comes to entrepreneurship, is that community building. So in that sense, I think all of us are winners here, every single one of us in this event. We wish you and everyone the very best on the path towards conscious and sustainable entrepreneurship. And without further ado, with a little bit of a drum roll from my side, we are going to show the 2 winners for ESG Italy 2022 are We Glad. Congratulations so much, We Glad. Congratulations, Petru. Well deserved, amazing, and we wish you all the very best. If you'd like to say a few words.
Thank you so much. Yeah, for us, it's an amazing achievement, because, as I mentioned before, we already failed once, and we lacked, you know, the cash and a lot of problems and so on, and we kept on pushing till the last how to say, drop of sweat and blood, and it was amazing. Thanks.
Thank you so much, Petru. And drum roll required again, even though I think we know our winner is Teleti. Incredible work, Teleti. Congratulations, Sertac.
Thank you.
Absolutely wonderful.
I wasn't expecting it, so I'm really, really happy.
Wonderful. We are very happy to know that. Congratulations to both of you. It's been an absolute pleasure and honor. And I just request the jury to say a few words as well. Jury, if we can just spotlight our jury, please. And while we're spotlighting our jury, we are very, very happy and excited to have We Glad and Teleti move on to the next round, which is the Europe Confederations, which is super exciting. And I'm sure they're going to give a big fight there as well. And over to you, jury.
We'll start. So I just wanted to thank you. We were very pleased for your solution. I think they were very into the point versus people, versus the ambient. So I really was really happy for this result for you, and congratulations. Bravi. Bravi.
Yeah, congratulations to both of you. I'll quickly say something to Sertac, because you mentioned age. Actually, a lot of the data and studies show that older entrepreneurs tend to be much more successful than younger ones. So never look at age just a number. And yeah, good luck with what you're doing. I feel like the car and combust and vehicle markets and electrifying it and everything is really such not just a trending topic, but such an important topic for pollution laws, for governments, for people, for regular individuals using those things and those scooters. So I really, really hope that you make it with that and you can actually, improve the environment. It's like an extremely noble cause to chase after. So that's what I would say to you, and congratulations. And Petru, same thing. I feel like you're doing something very enormous for humanity, for people, and to help society and to help a group of people and a huge group of people that many of us forget, So thank you for keeping their memory alive as well through your app and through your through the service you're providing. And I wish you the best. Keep going. It's a great cause, and I'm sure you'll do well with it.
You did a really great job. We were really aware of the potential of your two solutions, and even for the attention that you gave to the sustainability dimension on two different perspectives, the environmental and the social one. But I think the representation of what the innovation and the startup should do right now, considering the moments that we are living and the challenges that we are facing as humanity. So thank you so much for your effort and good innovation.
Certo. Make sure that you stay in 3 minutes speech when you go to the other level, please. So make some exercise on the mirror, our friends. Okay.
Thank you. I will bear this in mind. Thank you. Grazie.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you especially to our jury members for your expertise and invaluable support. Grazie mille, Signora Spinetti, Altavadi, and Signore Aconcia Messa. It's a pleasure to have you. And of course, to our winners, we will see you in ESG Europe Confederation. So please stay tuned for that. And I'll also, of course, not be able to end this without another shout out and a huge thank you to Stefano and Marissa for their invaluable support throughout the entire ESG journey since ESG 2021. And, we couldn't have done it without you. Congratulations to all of the winners. Congratulations to all of the participants. We will be in touch with every one of you for further details. And thank you for taking out the time and making ESG Italy a wonderful event. We hope you enjoyed, and we'll see you in the next one.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations to you as well.
Thank you. Thanks, everyone.
Thank you. Goodbye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you. Take care
Ciao.
now.
Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Ciao.
Bye bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Ciao.
Ciao a tutti.
Ciao.